Hello boys and girls, so it's that time. We have made a sign-in and I think that everybody kind of predicted this one a long time ago, and that is Willian from Chelsea. He is now officially an Arsenal player, and do you know what, the more I think about it, I'm actually alright with this. I've had a long look at his statistics and his style of play and tried to go into more detail, because obviously when somebody plays for another team, you don't really, check out, their profile too much. You kind of get the basis. And if what Chelsea fans are saying is to be believed, that, we're getting an absolutely finished player, but we're not. And the honest Chelsea fans will say they're actually disappointed that Willian is moving across London to Arsenal. Now, the first thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to make this very, very clear from the very beginning, Willian has not left Chelsea and, he was pushed out the door and not wanted or anything else, all right? Chelsea wanted Willian. They offered him a new contract. Willian rejected Chelsea's new contract and he chose to go to Arsenal. Now, from what reports were saying, Willian was being offered 2 years by Chelsea. Arsenal have offered him 3. Now, Chelsea were offering very, very good wages. Arsenal have offered less. So he has moved to Arsenal from Chelsea for less wages. So no, Willian has not been pushed out the door by Chelsea like some fans will want you to believe. Willian has simply said, I've been here 7 years, my time's done, and I'm moving to the biggest club in London. It's as simple as that. Now, I was having a little look at Willian's play, and one thing I think that everybody kind of forgets is that he predominantly likes to play on the left-hand side of the attack. But he was moved across to the right-hand side because of first Eden Hazard, and then Christian Pulisic. Now his style of play is to cut in and use his right foot. Can't really do that on the right hand side, and I feel that that's affected his game a bit. And when you look at his records and what he has done out of position, it'd be interesting to see how he can do in his more favoured side, because he will get an opportunity at Arsenal on that side. We've got the likes of Saka. We've got the likes of Martinelli. Both are kids. I think we started to see towards the end of the current season, or the one that's just gone, whatever you want to say it was, that Saka was starting to burn out. That he'd played a lot of football for an 18-year-old boy. And that, Willian is the type of player that can come in, be the experienced head, and Saka can be the player that learns from people like Willian. Martinelli may not be back this year, remember that as well. It looks like 2021 until he returns from his injury. So we need someone on this side, and we need somebody, that buys into what Mikel Arteta wants, his ethos, his, work ethic and plan, and Willian fits the bill. And on top of that, he's free. Now, over the course of the 3 years with his estimated weekly wage, he would cost around about £20 million to Arsenal. So when you look at that as a total package, which would be, him coming to Arsenal and wages over the course of 3 years, £20 million is not a lot of money when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, and for the kind of player you're getting and the experience. Now, one thing that Willian, you cannot fault him with, is his work rate and his willingness to, do things for the team. And that's what Mikel Arteta wants, and the experience is invaluable. Won the Premier League a couple of times as well. And I'm looking at his stats from this season, and let's go through his stats from this season in particular, and then I'll have a look at his season stats, from previous ones, because he's been in England 7 years now. But this season in the Premier League, he scored 9 goals, 0.25 goals per match, Goals with his right foot, all of them. Penalty scored 4. Free kick scored 1. Shots 71. Shots on target 29. Shooting accuracy 41%. So improvement needed there. Hit the woodwork once. Big chances missed 4. But it's his team play. And this is very key. 7 assists. Over 1,400 passes. Over 39 per match. Big chances created 12. That's 7th in the Premier League in total across every team. The most for Chelsea. Crosses 174. Defensively 45 tackles. Block shots 23. Interceptions 20. Clearances 7. Headed clearances 3. Team player. And of his 36 appearances this season, 19 wins, 11 defeats. So he's ever present as well in terms of his injury record and, you know, the way that he plays and everything else. You look at season before the last, it was 32 appearances, 6 assists, only 3 goals that season. So he's had a much better season than this one. Season before that, 36 appearances, 7 assists. So again, it's the teamwork and everything else that he does. If you're looking at his performances since he's been in the Premier League in whole, 234 appearances, 37 goals, 33 assists, over 8,000 passes, averages over 35 passes per match for the last 7 years. Big chances created 50 and over 1,000 crosses. He's made over 245 tackles, over 111 block shots, interceptions 100, clearances 52 and headed clearances 23. He's only been sent off once and he's received 21 yellow cards, and that's in 7 years. So you're looking at that and you're thinking to yourself, you know what? The one thing that's very evident is his appearances. First and foremost, he's playing a lot of games, so he's ever present in the Chelsea side, and that's what we need. But like I said, I've got no problem with this in any way, shape or form. I've got no, you know, qualms about what he can bring to the team. He's a Brazilian international as well. So all of this, that it's a retirement home and all this rubbish. Look, listen, Willian rejected Chelsea. I've already said that. And he's still got a good few years left in him. And he's still got a lot to offer for Arsenal for the overall package that we are bringing him in for. And experience. And to put him on his favoured left-hand side. David Luiz as well came to Arsenal. He's actually still one of Chelsea's best defenders if he went back there. He would walk into Chelsea's defence. Remember that. So all this retirement rubbish about David Luiz, he would walk back into your defence. He came to Arsenal and won a trophy against you. Yeah. Retirement home would be getting rid of Olivier Giroud and replacing him with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Shut up. Understand. Alright? Got no problem with this. You can be bitter. You can suck on your lemons. Alright? You can suck on something else as far as I'm concerned. But it is what it is. Willian is an Arsenal player. I'm happy about it. I've got no problems with it. The one thing that I will say is that Arsenal need to go and act as well with other areas of the pitch. And they need to sort everything out. And if we end up by the end of this window with, you know, everything in place like we've spoken about, and with the players that we are looking to buy and bring in, whether it's loan, etc., etc., then Willian will be a good addition to that. You know, if Willian was the only person, then you could sit here and be arguing about it and getting mad, like the year we bought in Captain Helmet Petr Cech and it was the only one. You know, that's where you would look and say, okay, you took their reject and you didn't do anything about it. I'll give you that one. But this, nah, bring in what's needed as well. Willian could be a very, very useful addition and he will be very useful to a lot of the youngsters that are coming through. Martinelli as well on that same position, Brazilian. You know, it'd be nice for him to have a compatriot there that he can talk to and get an understanding with. So I think this, you know, suits what we need at this present time. It fits the bill nicely, in my opinion. So I've got no problems with it. I hope everybody gives him an opportunity. I'm certainly looking forward to seeing what he can do. And that is it. Willian is an Arsenal player. So there we go. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Are you happy with this deal, or are you still looking at it and saying, nah, not happy? Even if we added all these other players that we were mentioning. Let me know. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you smash a like on this video. And I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.